You've been lied to about tire pressure, and it's costing you thousands in repairs you don't even see coming. Right now, as you're watching this, your tires are either slowly destroying your suspension, burning through fuel like there's no tomorrow, or wearing out so unevenly that you'll need replacements 6 months earlier than you should. The worst part? You probably think 32 PSI is the magic number because some guy at a gas station told you so, or maybe you saw it online and assumed it was universal truth. But here's what 15 years of working under vehicles has taught me. That number is destroying your car from the ground up, and the damage is happening so gradually that by the time you notice it, you've already spent hundreds, maybe thousands more than you needed to. I'm about to show you exactly why that seemingly innocent number is your wallet's worst enemy, and more importantly, what you should actually be doing instead. But before we dive deep into this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now, because what I'm about to reveal will change the way you think about tire maintenance forever. If you want to save yourself from expensive repairs and get the most out of every tank of gas, make sure you're subscribed to Car Care Xpert and hit that notification bell, because I drop knowledge like this every single week that keeps your hard-earned money where it belongs, in your pocket, not in some mechanic's register. Number 1. The 32 PSI myth is costing you real money. Every single day, let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind. That 32 PSI number everyone throws around like it's gospel, it's complete nonsense for most vehicles on the road today. I've seen this myth destroy perfectly good tires, wreck fuel economy, and even compromise safety. And it all starts because someone decided that 32 PSI sounded like a nice, round, memorable number. Here's the brutal truth from someone who's been elbow deep in automotive work for over 15 years. Every single vehicle has its own specific tire pressure requirement, and it's almost never 32 pounds per square inch across the board. Your manufacturer spent millions in research and development figuring out the exact pressure your tires need based on your vehicle's weight distribution, suspension geometry, and intended use. When you ignore that specification and just pump your tires to 32 PSI because it's easy to remember, you're essentially telling the engineers who designed your car that you know better than they do. I've had customers come into my shop wondering why they're replacing tires every 25,000 miles when they should be getting 50,000 or more. And when I check their pressure, it's always the same story. They've been running the wrong PSI for months or even years. The damage compounds daily, wearing your tread in patterns that can't be fixed, only replaced. But the tire wear is just the beginning of your problems, because what's happening to your fuel economy is even worse. Number 2, your fuel economy is bleeding money because of incorrect pressure. Here's something they don't tell you at the pump while you're watching your money disappear. Improper tire pressure is one of the biggest silent killers of fuel economy, and most drivers have no idea it's happening. When your tires are underinflated, even by just a few PSI, the increased rolling resistance means your engine has to work significantly harder to move your vehicle forward. Think about it like pushing a shopping cart with properly inflated wheels versus one where the wheels are half flat and dragging across the parking lot. I've tested this myself on multiple vehicles, and the difference is staggering. A car running on tires that are 5 PSI underinflated can lose up to 3% in fuel efficiency. That might not sound like much until you do the math over a year of driving. We're talking about an extra $100 or more just evaporating into thin air. Money you worked hard for, gone because you trusted a myth instead of checking your door jamb. But overinflated tires create their own nightmare scenario. When you pump your tires beyond the recommended pressure, you're actually reducing the contact patch between your tire and the road. Less contact means less grip, which means your car can't transfer power efficiently. The fuel you think you're saving gets completely negated by the premature wear on the center of your tire tread, forcing you to buy new tires thousands of miles earlier than necessary. And trust me, 4 new tires cost a hell of a lot more than whatever fuel savings you imagined you were getting. But what most people never realize is how this wrong pressure is absolutely destroying their suspension components. Number 3, your suspension is taking a brutal beating. You don't see, this is where things get really expensive, and it's the part most people never connect to tire pressure until it's too late. Your suspension system is engineered to work with tires inflated to a specific pressure. When you run the wrong pressure, you're fundamentally changing how your suspension absorbs impacts and distributes weight. I've seen control arms crack, ball joints fail prematurely, and shock absorbers blow out years before they should. And when I trace it back, improper tire pressure is the root cause nobody suspected. Underinflated tires are softer and flex more than they should, which means they're not providing the firm foundation your suspension needs. Every pothole, every speed bump gets transferred differently through that mushy tire into your suspension components, creating stress points the engineers never intended. Over months and years, this constant abuse weakens parts that should last 80,000 miles or more, and suddenly you're looking at a repair bill that runs into hundreds or thousands of dollars. And if you know what to look for, your tires are already telling you this story. Number 4, where to actually find your correct tire pressure and why it matters. Stop Googling it, stop asking your buddy who thinks he knows cars, and stop trusting whatever the guy at the tire shop tells you without verifying it yourself. Your vehicle's correct tire pressure is on a sticker in your driver's side door jamb. Open your driver's door and look at the frame where the door latches. There's your Bible for tire pressure. Not the maximum pressure stamped on the tire sidewall, but the actual operating pressure your manufacturer determined is optimal. Some vehicles have different recommendations for front and rear because of weight distribution. If the sticker is missing, check your owner's manual. Now here's where people get dangerously confused. That number stamped on your tire sidewall that says something like max pressure 44 PSI, that's not your operating pressure. That's the maximum pressure the tire can safely handle before it risks catastrophic failure. I've seen people inflate to that number thinking they're being smart, and then they can't figure out why their ride is harsh and their tires are wearing out in the center. Number 5, temperature changes everything, and the 5-minute check that saves thousands. For every 10-degree drop in ambient temperature, your tire pressure drops by about 1 PSI. That means if you set your pressure perfectly at 35 pounds per square inch during a 70-degree day in September, and then winter hits and temperatures drop to 20 degrees, you're now running at 30 pounds per square inch without knowing it. 5 PSI might not sound like a big deal, but that difference is destroying your tires, killing your fuel economy, and beating up your suspension every single day. This is why I check tire pressure monthly, especially when seasons change. I've had customers swear they checked pressure 2 months ago, so why check now? Because 2 months ago it was summer, and now it's winter, and physics doesn't care about your assumptions. If I could drill one habit into every driver's head, it would be this. Check your tire pressure once a month with an actual gauge. Look, I've been doing this for 15 years, and I've seen every shortcut, every myth, and every lazy habit that costs people money they didn't need to spend. Tire pressure isn't sexy, it's not exciting, and most people would rather ignore it until something goes catastrophically wrong. But now you know better. You know that 32 PSI is a myth that's been costing you money in fuel, tires, and suspension repairs. You know where to find your actual spec, you know how temperature affects pressure, and you know that a 5-minute monthly check is all it takes to avoid thousands in unnecessary expenses. So here's my challenge to you. Before you do anything else today, go check your door jamb, grab a tire gauge, and see what you're actually running. Then drop a comment below and tell me what you found. I guarantee at least one of your tires is off spec right now. And if this video just saved you from years of expensive mistakes, smash that like button and share it with every driver you know, because knowledge like this is too valuable to keep to yourself.